Actually, not a big fan of non-simplified content. Content-based instruction, some proponents say content-based instruction should only use source material, non-simplified. I completely disagree with that. However, some non-simplified material is very useful. This video, if you can buy it on Amazon, The People Bomb, it's a CNN video. It has a section called Who's Overpopulated. Has anyone ever used this video? It's absolutely fantastic for teaching population, which is one of the topics in Tim's book. Because it is original source material, you have to make the content manageable, so keep it short. It needs a lot of pre-teaching, especially vocabulary, and also the concepts and ideas. You can't just show an original video and hope it's going to be successful. 30 minutes of pre-teaching, probably. Silent watching is a great idea if you've done this with videos. I do it quite a lot now, silent watching. And I'll just show you a handout which was prepared by another teacher. It's a very detailed handout. It is on the web page, so you can use this. I talked to the teacher and you can use it. If you can just get hold of the video, it's a great 1.5 lessons. You do silent watching. Well, before the silent watching, there's vocabulary exercises. There's watch the whole video at first with no sound. Students write down what they can see. It's a great activity. The video shows a family in Nepal and a family in America. And the family in Nepal is a huge family, lots of children. The family in America has just 2 children. And really, it looks at which one is overpopulated, very, very visually. And of course, the conclusion is that actually it's the small families in developed countries which are consuming all the resources in the world, and the huge families in Nepal and India are actually consuming very little. A surprising conclusion from a CNN video, I felt, but it's a really excellent video. Okay, so back to simplification of content. Already simplified. I'll talk about graded readers and ESL websites in a minute. I just move on to simplifying by yourself, which is something I do a lot of. I guess other teachers do a lot of this kind of thing. If you teach content, then simplification of content becomes a part of your life, really. I make a lot of handouts, which I will show later. I also use stuff online, and I think this will show. These are some short articles I prepared, and they're on my homepage, which I simplified, and they're discussion articles. Please try them if you find they work. I use them with a discussion forum. So students read about America's Super Rich, and then there are 3 discussion questions which they discuss online on a discussion forum. These have links to the AGEROL bilingual dictionary, so they can check the harder words. Simplification considerations. I just wanted to talk briefly about simplification. I found simplifying that it's not so simple as I thought. And the first thing is vocabulary, and I guess that's usually the starting point. What are easier words? And then you've got to decide what is an easier word. And I went to a very good presentation by a group called Lexica. Have you been to a presentation by Lexica? Excellent. Absolutely, always top class. I've been to 2 or 3 of their presentations. It's a website. You can go to the website, LEXXICA, and they provide free online simplified materials, LEXXICA, and they have a lot of reading materials simplified, and they're also kind of building up a company around testing students' proficiency through vocabulary testing. very interesting stuff. But actually, high-frequency words are often not the simplest words. So if you take the example with human rights, a word that comes up a lot would be when a policeman takes somebody and they take a person, and they hold a person, they keep a person. And these are all easy words, but kind of too broad the meaning. And if a student looks up in a dictionary, a person was held for 3 days. Hell, I mean, what does it mean? Yeah, it's so nice. So in a way, you have to go with a low frequency with a specific meaning. Arrest. And students just have to learn the low frequency words. With global issues, that's simply the case. They're going to have to learn low frequency words. The other things, my rule, grammar, coherent, cohesion and format, I try to write my materials in the way that I hope students will write their essays and what have you in the future. So then my materials become a guide. So I try to remember to indent, for example, and use lots of transitions and this kind of thing. Bilingual vocabulary lists, I'm actually more and more in favour of these now, because a student can look up a word in their dictionary and simply get the wrong word, and it's probably better for me to give them the word which I know is the correct word.